everybody's like, oh, kid, don't bring a kid in the world right now. The world's crazy. Oh, everything's expensive. Like, bro, it's gonna keep getting more expensive and more expensive, bro. Like, people gonna keep on fucking.
Facts. I mean, inflation ain't gonna go away just because you decided not to have a baby. Yeah.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Good morning, good afternoon. Whenever this message reaches you, listen to another episode of 600 Podcast. I am your 5'9" host with sophisticated ignorance, Uncle Pooché.
John Doe with a dro. You already know.
Hey, bro, I think you're the first person I've ever had on my show introduce themselves before I asked them to introduce themselves. You forgot what show he was on, huh? Bro said, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, there was a little pause in silence.
It's all good, man. Ladies and gentlemen, family members, as always, I have different family members that come in different shapes and sizes and mental stabilities. This one right here, this brother, I guess needs no introduction, literally, as we just saw. But nah, this is the one and the only, the man, the myth, the legend.
It's me, John Doe. What's up, people?
Well, John Doe, thank you so very much for coming to the 600 Podcast, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me, man. I've been trying to, do this for what? A little minute. I've been trying to sit down for a minute and do this.
It has been a little minute, but you've been very busy for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it offline. Like it's pivoting, you know what I'm saying? And learning about the pivot and just, having, faith that, things will work out. So I look at it as like, when they used to ask, some of your favorite rappers, like, man, you ever gonna work with so-and-so? And they would be like, yeah, man, that would be a dream, man. But, we got to, work things out and get in the booth. Now, I fully understand that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, cats can't just pull up on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Your Sundays may be booked out for the next 18 years. You know what I'm saying? Which in your case, it may be. So,
man, longer than that.
Man, yeah, definitely longer than 18 years.
You know
but
what I mean?
we going to get into that today. But, yeah, man, thank you so very much again, I said, for coming back. 600 Podcast, y'all know what it is. I'm the 5'9" host, Uncle Pooché. Today's episode is sponsored by the good people at Wafers. As y'all see, as y'all know, as y'all see me grow, Wafers is always on your bro side. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shout out to our sponsor today, Wafers. Check them out. Mr. Doe has a nice polo on, as you guys can see, with the W,
Little Nike collab, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? For the people who, and I apologize for the ones that don't know you, but I think you got a connection with Wafers, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The company when the company transitioned over, yes. I would say, I was one of the first ones on the ground when the transition happened. So, I would say like my involvement would include like street team. Obviously, we do stuff together all the time. Events, staffing, from transportation to packaging to being the face of the brand on social media. All that kind of stuff that just need to be done. I'm just the what they call a Swiss Army knife.
Exactly. You wear a lot of hats, brother. And I was funny because I mean that respectfully. I hope you took it that way, right? Because you told me that when we first started working with each other. You said to me, hey man, you want to make yourself useful? I'm like, hell yeah. And you was like, be multi-talented. Like I know there's gonna be things that you may not want to say yes to, or like things that may seem like I don't really remember being told that was my job, bro.
Gotta keep your value high.
Keep your value high.
You know what I mean?
No, most definitely. And I
don't fuck up.
And then you walk away and say, "Don't fuck up." Anxiety. My anxiety. You walked away. I was like, "Oh man, okay, thank you for making me feel inspired." And you're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, don't fuck up. They will fire you. Bye."
That shit's good, but also don't fuck up.
Don't fuck up too, because you will get fired. But nah, man, I appreciate that, and that's why I wanted to, have you on this show and have an episode with you because in the month of June there's Father's Day, and you are a father to be, right?
Father to be, man. In the next few hours or days, I'm on baby watch. I couldn't even turn my phone off for the interview.
Man, listen, if the phone go off, y'all, and bruh just scat, we already know where it's at,
It's live and
hey, bro,
living color.
I hate to say that like that, but my ratings only go up if that happens. So,
that's
Calibrate, come on. Nah, but man, that's crazy. You're about to be a father. When I met you about 2 years ago, I never really, we didn't really talk in like the direction of like what we talk now. So I wasn't sure if you, why I didn't know if you had kids. And then I wasn't even, then I met you and we talked and you're like, no, I don't have any kids. And so, respectfully, I'm not, trying to joke or anything like that, but at a certain age, people generally are like, I'm too old or I don't want to, or it's not my time.
Yeah.
So when you, met your lovely wife, she's a lovely lady. When you met her, and I was like, okay, you more than likely will have a kid. And you started saying that, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. It kind of scared me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, bro, like you are a little bit older than me. You're still a young guy. Let me just get that straight.
Well, the clock's ticking though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody like in my circle that I grew up with, their kids is graduating high school. I'm looking on their IG and their kids is graduating college and high school right now. Not to say that, God's divine time, it happens when it happens.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's crazy thinking that like, yo, I'm just getting my feet wet. Like, you know what I mean? Or, about to get my feet wet.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, I just want to make my statement clear. I never thought when you becoming a father was a bad idea. When I said I was scared, I was just like, you always put yourself in people's shoes, right? And I told you this multiple times. Like, I seen you do things. I'm like, damn, like, all right, that's how it goes, and I just got to be cool with it. And I've also seen you go through things that I got to just admit myself personally, bro. I didn't think I would be strong enough to go through it. So seeing you make it through it, I'm like, okay, bro, like that's inspirational and that's
you just gotta have faith, man. Faith is the biggest thing. Like that's the only thing you got, really. At the end of the day,
absolutely,
man. Honestly, real quick story. I looked in my pocket the other day. I seen like a $5 and $2. It was like $7, and I was like, you know what, man? If it all ended right now, and I had to start with what was in my pocket, I felt comfortable enough to be like, yo, I've been there before. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So like the faith is required to be able to have that humbleness, to be able to even like say, look, everybody's like, oh, kid, don't bring a kid in the world right now. The world's crazy. Oh, everything's expensive. Like, bro, it's gonna keep getting more expensive and more expensive, bro. Like, people gonna keep on fucking.
Facts. Facts. I mean, inflation ain't gonna go away just because you decided not to have a baby. Yeah, nah, it's 100%. No, I mean,
inflation will still create penetration. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No, 100%, though. I mean, I think that was like, and that's what I mean by like you being an inspiration with that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you being 5+ years older than me and still being able to relate to me, but still also being a responsible person was like, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can still be relatable to people younger than me because I struggle with that. You know what I'm saying? Relating to people at times. I have no problem admitting that out loud. So, the fact that we can relate and then like in our ability to relate, you still could show responsibility. Some cats can't do that. So I think you're right, bro. Faith is a huge portion of what has probably gotten you through this, because I know it's definitely gotten me through it. And it's just an inspiration, bro. It's very huge because I think I would have definitely allowed myself to listen to more naysay things if I didn't see certain people like yourself define the name. Like you said, gas is $6, either with or without you having a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, all prices is going up.
Yeah.
With or without you having a house. Yeah. So you can keep making that excuse on why you ain't doing it, but just accept the fact it is that you either just don't want to do it or too scared to do it or whatever it is to
like my wife now. Shout out to my wife, Sarah. She says all the time, like, oh, I wish we were rich so we could have like, 4 or 5 kids. I'm like, honestly, like, we can have them.
Yeah.
If that's what God wants, you know what I mean? And we end up having them, within the next 6-7 years, and we end up having 2-3 more.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to be rich. We gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
But that ain't gonna stop, what, like, bro, babies cost, but how much this other shit costs? Like you said, everything costs.
Everything costs, bro.
That just means like that's more motivation to get your money. And kids is making money at an early age these days. So shit.
Oh man, look, child labor laws is back, baby. Child labor laws are back. Yeah. Nah, and it's like, especially, and I have to say this too. I'm not gonna get big into like our background as far as like where we're from, but both of us are from the southern region of America, where opportunities are not as broad as
very low,
especially when you look like us, where we're from, right? So having the opportunities that we have here, it definitely. I just got to say that because is reality is reality. I always try to keep it real. Our opportunities here allow us to definitely bestow some faith of being like, this is gonna work out, so I know I can maneuver this.
And let's keep it real. Cannabis,
how we met.
This this brand particularly is still thriving, right?
Yeah.
But it's so many
expansions.
In this industry that people are going down every day. So you got to be like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
You got to have that faith, like,
man,
yo, you know what I mean? You got to be with it. You got to be a believer because shit. Cannabis, I don't know if y'all know, but cannabis in California ain't doing that well right now. You know what I mean? The other areas is doing very well.
Speak on it, bro. No, speak on it. A lot of my fan base is crazy because I shout outs to Ohio, shout outs to Cincinnati. I do really well in Cincinnati and Ohio, and I don't really know what the cannabis industry is like out there, but I know I meet a lot of cats who, or I talk to a lot of cats on Instagram. They're like, man, they're like, very astonished. They're excited. They see the stuff we're doing, and I'm very happy. Like, don't get me wrong, like what we're doing, very happy about. But like you said, to the point, what we got going on versus like the industry is not the same thing. Like I don't want to speak on other people's situation as far as comparisons to ours, but yes, we have been very blessed. We have been.
You've seen them come and go, come and go. As fast as you've seen them come, you've seen them go.
Yes,
so it's really it could be disturbing if you put your mind in that place and you're like a scary person and you're like, oh man, like the job stability.
Yep.
But if you grinding and like I said, you're making yourself valuable, shit, you making connects and you are propelling through the industry and like, the industry gonna be there. It's what you make of it, just like anything else.
Yeah, another piece of advice I remember you giving me was make use of it. I was like, what? He was like, make use of it, dog. Like I don't really. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but you were like, there's no timeline, make use of it. And I got what you were saying, but I was just like, he's right. Like that's a better way of looking at it. Because again, just myself personally, I tend to jump into the negative, as we were talking about earlier about learning leadership and stuff like that. I've learned to jump more into the neutral and try to expand into the positive and see the brighter side. But I was having those thoughts that you were saying. Like I was like, oh my God, I don't know I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how long I'm going to last. I don't even know the grand scheme plan. Like everything's kind of day by day, And I was like, this could just be going in 90 days and I'll be so scared. And when you were like, nah, even if it is, make use of it. Put on your resume, figure it out. And you got the job here. You get a job somewhere else. You get a job somewhere else. But like, and I think a lot of that is very important to think about for your mindset of fatherhood. That's why I said like I was very inspired when I saw you be like, I'm gonna be a dad. So I was like, yeah, you should. Like you can at least, if you can relate to a person and relate information to a person like myself, who you had no idea. We didn't know each other from a lick and a stick.
Can of paint.
Yeah, exactly. Get country on them, right? Yeah. We didn't know each other at all. So if you can relate to me, and I hate to say this, as I know I'm a very hard-headed person. Shout out to my parents, they know this. If you can get through to me, I know you can get through to a child. So I was like, yeah, dog, you should be a father. Not one point when you ever told me you were going to be a father did I ever think like, my nigga, are you sure? Yeah. Are you sure? Like, because there's some cats they say I'm trying to be a daddy,
and we planned it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's a beautiful thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being blessed that like I didn't have no slip ups in life, and like it kind of happened like organically with my wife, and like we got married first. I mean, she got pregnant, then we got married, but actually she got pregnant the day we got engaged. So it's like,
look, you know what? Beauty is beauty.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Beauty is beauty.
You gotta
love
baby. Love. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Callie Ray, she on the way.
She on the way. Nah, man, I think that's so cool because, like I said, today's episode, when we about to jump into these questions real quickly, I just want to just kind of get your feedback because, like, everybody knows this.
Shoot it.
I'm the uncle, bro. My wife, shout out to my wife, the aunt Amanda. I don't think we ever gonna be parents, and that's not really a thing.
Really?
Yeah, dog. I don't. I mean, in the physical sense, I don't have a problem with that. She doesn't have a problem with that. We have spoken about that. I mean, if it was to ever occur,
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Yes.
Not to cut you off.
Please do.
The older you get, the more you see like all the rest of this shit is kind of old. It's kind of like the same thing. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. We eat. It's like having pizza every day of the week. You know what I mean? That's when you get to that age, whatever it may be. It may be 36 for you, it may be 38, it may be 42. Yeah. I think because of who you are and like how you got game to give, you're gonna want to give it to somebody that's gonna really soak it up. Like they ain't got no choice but to soak this game up and pass this game along. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? That's just what I
think. No, don't please. I think you were about a good 50% correct. And the only reason why I say 50% and not a higher number is because I understand, and I'm not saying you don't understand this, please, but I understand that parenting is a commitment, a lifelong commitment. I made a joke earlier about how you have 18 years of something, and you said hopefully more than that. And I was just joking because, obviously 18 years old, get out the house, joke type stuff, but you don't ever really leave your parents' house. You know what I'm saying? And in my personal life, commitment has not been my strong suit. So like my commitment to my wife is like my first real commitment ever. We talked about this plenty of times, right? And I'm just trying to figure out how to commit to her. And mentally right now, I'm like, fam, like obviously we're committed. Every single day is a journey, but bringing a child here scares the hell out of me. I'm fearful.
It should.
It should.
I mean, there's things to be scared of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's an exciting thing too. I think it's like a rebirth. That's how I'm starting to feel. Like it's like a rebirth almost. It's like anticipation. It's like that feeling when you're walking across the stage and you about to get that diploma or that award or whatever, and you know that the next stage of life begins for you. That's what it feels like, but it's like times 100. You know what I mean? It's
that's man. You go with these analogies, like, this just is on point. I was like, nah, because I
graduated. The weed, dog.
Nigga, like, nah, it's the weed, bro. Nah, you be on point, John. I tell you be on point. That was a great feeling. I remember that feeling, especially when I did it in college, and I felt like so. And it's crazy because you kind of just backed up my feeling of fear. After I walked across that stage, right, and I got the diploma, as I was walking, very excited. But after I got it, like you said,
it's like, what the fuck I'm gonna do now?
Yeah, dog.
With this
the portal. It was like the walking across the stage was like a fucking portal. Like
for sure.
The person I was right as those moments occurred to after they said my name, I went from being a Keith in college to Keith with a college degree. Okay. And so I'm not shitting on your analogy, but like it only helps my high functioning anxiety go up to think like, yeah, man, it would definitely be like walking across that stage. And I took that degree home and put that degree in his bed and told it it's going to be okay at night. I knew I was fucking lying because life just got harder. But to your point, it is exciting. And one day maybe I will get there. For the time being, I think I'm just going to be a dog, Pop. You got pets, and kind of run with that. Because, I don't even got to ask you the question. You over here going through the zingers. Because I was going to ask you, how do you feel like a fatherhood changed you? And you just said it was a rebirth. Now, I have to ask you this, right? And no shape or form am I trying to shake you. But did you come into fatherhood because you thought it was time to, or did you come into fatherhood because you realized like my time as being a young, dumb?
I didn't know if I was gonna even be able to have kids, so it was like a running joke in my homeboy between me and my homeboys. These niggas was like, bro, you ain't gonna have no kids. Like I said, all my homeboys got kids that are grown.
Yeah.
And niggas, so my boy, like my brother, shout out to my brother Diesel. He sent me one of the the tests, the sperm test, to see if you should swimming. So I found out my shit was swimming. So I said, oh, there is hope. You know what I mean? And this was like maybe a year before I met my wife. You know what I mean? So I knew there was hope. So I was kind of on reserve. You know what I mean? But before that, I'm a changed man. But before that, I was letting it go. And it wasn't nothing happening. You know what I'm saying? So for years, I was like, shit, I had been in relationships where we didn't use protection, none of that, and we did
Natural.
our thing.
Yeah.
and nothing ever happened. So, and they always be like, "Oh, well, it'll happen when it's the right one, and this thing ain't in the right time." And I was like, "Nigga, it ain't gonna happen, bro. My shit ain't working." So when I end up seeing
sorry, I'm not meaning to laugh at you.
No,
you know how you, because somebody watching is gonna be like, "Damn, you laughing at, bro, like it ain't working." No, but God,
because I know niggas got babies as soon as they touch a female, they pregnant. They got 7 different baby mamas. And,
yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like, so is my potency level down? So you feel me? It was just like once I found out that was a possibility, then my old lady, once we got serious, she was on birth control. We decided together for her to come off and us to try. Wow. Yeah. And that whole process took a little while. It didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
But she got she got what she wanted.
Yeah. She got what she wanted. We both got what we wanted, but she got what she wanted. That's so funny. Got what she wanted. Okay, so obviously fatherhood is coming up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get into a couple of questions that I personally wanted to ask you.
Damn, I'm ashy.
Man, you alright, dog. Look at the feet. Look at the feet. My boy doing good now. Joe, I'm clean in this. That shit clean though. You know I love him.
Appreciate you, bro.
So you particularly are the father to be episode. I had my boy, shout out to Mike Hassel. He was on my last episode. He is a father.
I'm not a father technically yet.
Yeah, so you are a father to be. I did an episode with the father. I'm going to do an episode with the father to be. I'm going to do an episode with a man who thought he was a father and the woman was lying. So yeah, that's going to be so.
That's probably going to be the most
rated. That's going to be the one, brother.
Because everybody been that nigga.
I ain't trying to put his business out there. I may have to edit this out, but it was twins. Twins, bro. Thought that they were his. So yeah, he got a lot to say. You are the happy side. The other brother who has the kids was he was kind of the reflective side. He enjoyed fatherhood, but I think the brother who got duped, I think he got a different side of fatherhood to share, and that's gonna be interesting to hear. But
bro, I thought I was gonna be a dad at 25.
Hold on. So did somebody try to dupe you?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, somebody tried to hit you with the opty wopty
in high school, bro.
Hold on. You said 25 though.
No. Listen, so
okay, sorry. I'm like, you was 25 in high school?
No.
Okay.
Somebody tried to dupe me when I was in high school.
Okay, somebody tried to dupe you in high school and when you was 25.
No. What did I say about 25?
I don't know. Maybe I was tripping. Let's go.
I said something about 25.
Weed.
I forget what I was saying. But yeah, 17, 16, bro. 16,
and
bro. This is 11th. This is 11th grade.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always like to ask you what year it is, bro. Do you want to tell me what year it is?
This 2000.
Okay, so Fresh and So Clean. Outcast. Outcast is bumping. Yeah.
I love you, bro.
Come on, man.
I love you.
Come on, man. You know I always.
This is why you the man.
Come on, man.
Because that was the soundtrack. The girl name was. Guess what her last name was? Jackson.
Oh, goddamn, boy, Miss Jackson.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. So that was all synonymous at the same time.
That's crazy. So you dealing with this nonsense
dealing with that
in this song out. And bruh, it like for everybody who was alive in the year 2000, like coherently, like you was grown enough to know music. Sorry, Miss Jackson got played like how a TikTok song gets played now. Like just that hook, dog, was, man, Outkast that year was on fire. So
So let me tell you real quick how she
get you, bro.
So she said that she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Then she said that she had a miscarriage. You know, I don't.
Yes.
That's what she says.
Okay, we're gonna believe. You know, for the record,
but brother,
we'll believe it.
I had the Jimmy on extra tight.
Oh, you had it on extra tight. You weren't trying to go out like Willie Lump Lump.
Oh, sir.
I mean, you know, accidents do happen, though.
Bruh, this couldn't have been no accident. I had that thing on extra tight, man.
I mean, especially we in high school, so it's
back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, the niggas used to take to the sink afterwards, fill them up with water, see if it got any leak, and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm straight."
Yeah.
So that was protocol back then.
Oh,
so
definitely.
I did that. I knew she duped me. She was probably hot in the pants. It probably was. If it happened, it probably was somebody else. I don't know. Peace to that lady. Peace to that lady.
Peace to you, lady. Nah, that's
peace
crazy.
Be unto that lady.
Peace be unto you, Miss Jackson. That's crazy. You again, no shade. I mean, you both were alive, so we are this generation together. But in 2000, bro, we were very scared of AIDS. So I'm not gonna say like that, but like if you was raw dogging.
Nah.
You was kind of a wild boy.
That was your old lady. That was your girlfriend. That was prom night. That was like your old lady.
Things was different back then.
And if you had any athletic ability or whatever, you wasn't trying to even do that because you thought you was going pro. So you were, and everybody watched She Got Game.
Oh,
so
man.
You feel me? So nigga was like, bro, no, I'm not doing
this. No, he got game. Thank you.
You feel me? So it was like you got to keep up, man. It was a cultural thing.
It was crazy because like I obviously I've been duped too, but I figured that out within seconds of just typing in fake baby picture or like with the ultrasound, and it was like the third one, and I was like, "Shawty, why you lying?" And that was funny because
I do remember the second time.
25,
yeah.
Oh, was it 25?
Yeah.
Okay,
or 27, something like that.
Okay, because you were
around that 2 Chainz era that we were just talking about.
Okay. Because the way you made me feel when you said 25 and then you said high school, I was like, you was 25, right? I must have cleared that shit up so quick. Huh? Okay, so 25 years old or 27 years old, it happens again. Is it the same story or is this clearly could be a higher possibility?
Man,
we can just say it's a high possibility.
It was a high possibility.
Okay, cool.
But
yeah.
She was capping.
Okay.
She was capping. She was just trying to make her old man. Yeah. So she was sending me shit, sending him shit, had him calling me, you know what I mean, all kind of shit. Yeah, it was crazy.
Hold on. So was she really?
No.
And so she just really was trying to get y'all boys on some.
She was trying to get me on the fuck shit because I had knocked her down when they was beefing.
Yes.
And then
came back.
I went. It was just a happy time.
Yes.
We both had happy time. It was consensual.
So, it was consensual happy times. Yeah, obviously I've had consensual happy times, and I've definitely been in a situation where I've had to tell a homie on the phone, "I need you to chill. I need you to take a step back."
Yeah.
Because she is our girlfriend. Okay. She's both our girlfriends, and I'm not saying that it's a proud nigga, but I'm just saying. As a nigga,
both our bitch, boy.
Come on now, like please calm down, sir. Like, today's episode is sponsored by the good people at Wafers. As y'all see, as y'all know, as y'all see me grow, Wafers is always on your bro side. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to our sponsor today, Wafers. Check them out. Mr. Doe has a nice polo on, as you guys can see. With the W.
Little Nike collab.
All right, man. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You got me motherfucking cracking up. And you got me dying. I ain't gonna lie. Because I don't really get to reflect, or I rarely reflect on the past with fondness because it sounds silly. But then when I talk to somebody else who's shared an experience, I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't the only one that went through that. Other people have made the same miraculous fucking mistakes.
Oh yeah.
That I have. And I'm not one of one like I think I am. We all think we're special and we're told we're special, and we are into a form, but it's like we all have similar paths that we have to go through. So obviously, like you said earlier, things have changed. But I just wanted to ask you,
definitely changed.
Because you said it, like you kind of like got to that point, right, where you just understood that like you at first didn't know and then you did know. I just want to ask you personally, like in your lifestyle, when did the light really come on that it's like, hey, I'm not as young as I used to be, or I'm not as spry, or things are changing for me in an older man way? Like, I know for me, I'm just getting to a point where I'm like, damn, dog, I probably need to take a nap.
I really ain't really got there yet.
Cool.
I can't really say I got there yet. Mm-hmm. Not to where I feel different. I still feel like a kid, and that's the problem. Is because like I should be like still more active. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I can still move around but I can't. So that's what I'm kind of more so feeling now, like the aches and pains, a little bit of getting older. But you know what I'm saying? Other than that, that's just, athletic injuries and shit or whatever. But as far as like changing my lifestyle and wanting to mature, that kind of just naturally happened over time as more of like we talked about earlier, leadership was required in life. So it started to just basically build my character into the more leadership role and be able to be mature about my next steps in life. And like I told myself, I've set myself a goal 5 years from now, I want to do this. 2 years from now, I want to work on my credit. I want to, 3 years from now, I want to, what I'm saying? Like I could actually set smaller goals that were realistic than like just trying to tell myself, oh man, I'm trying to hit rich. You feel me? Like
trying to get 10 bands in a week. Yeah. No, I listen. I only asked about that because, like, again, back to the inspiration part, right? Me and you both are from the southern region of America. I think meeting you and meeting a person who, I don't want to say like, obviously we share values of similarities, right? But I think it was really the experience base that made me be okay. I can relate to this guy differently than I can relate to other people. And it wasn't just because we was black. I mean, you could have been a white dude from down south, and I've been like, just by your aura, your personality.
Memphis in Atlanta, 6 hours away, man. That shit is like
in California terms, like it's Bay to LA. Yeah, Memphis and Atlanta ain't too damn far off.
Which there has its similarities and its differences. Obviously, it's cultural, but you know what I mean. It's
a lot of similarities, though. Definitely a lot of similarities. And so for me, it was like seeing a cat from down south. And I hate using this term. I've said this to you personally, but to me, you've made it. I know you probably don't like hearing that, but to me, you have. I do feel like you're making it still, like you're making a way.
I feel like I'm making it. I don't feel like I made it.
I know. I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
just to be honest, you know what I mean? Like, but definitely, I beat some odds for sure.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's in a positive way. That's all. Yeah. And I respect that. I respect that because even with
you too.
Thank you, bro.
Shit.
But I guess that's my point. It's like I know I have, but I think sometimes when you think about yourself, at least I think about myself sometimes literally. I don't want to say lowly. I don't think low of myself, but I sometimes believe that what I've gone through is normal, and what I beat is something anybody could do, and it's just like yes and no,
Some people jump off the bridge, bro. You know what
I mean? I mean, I'm keep real with you. Full transparency, bro. I've actually attempted to commit the ending of my life 3 times, bro.
Well, I didn't even mean that figuratively like that, but you know what I mean? I was saying like, in any situation, a lot of people just give up. A lot of people don't even follow through. A lot of people don't grow from it. You know what I'm saying? And elevate. So, no, dog. Everybody can't do what you did. Everybody can't do what you know what I'm saying? You've been through some things that are so unique, even though they're just to you, and some people have some similarities and shit, but you've been through some things that are so unique that it took you to be able to get through that. Like a person like you, like, you know what I mean? And that's what built your character and why you are who you are now.
Yeah. I guess that's me needing to think deeper into it, bro. Because I tell you, bro, I never think about it like that. And when I do start to think about it like that, I don't know what to feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, you got like the simplistic thought process, like, oh yeah, everybody go through shit.
Yeah.
Like, everybody do, but in individual situations, like, or a vast majority of people like don't have a lot of shit going on at once. They may just have one thing going on that's like detrimental. You may have had like 5 going on at the same time or something. You feel me? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how much weight on your shoulder?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It may not be the weight. I mean, the rock, but how many rocks?
Yeah. Until you're like, yo, I can't do this.
Yeah.
That has been definitely a learning curve for me to figure out how to make it here. because to the point that you're making, everybody's situation is unique. I never looked at your success and compared it to mine and being like, well, I got to do this because John Doe did it. But to me, it was like, you know what? If John can, remain himself and keep a job and balance, who he is and keep his Southern roots of himself, then Pooch, Keith, whatever word name you want to call yourself, you can too. But you need to understand that help is needed. Like you can't do everything by yourself. I've said this in my podcast plenty of times. I had a Kobe Bryant problem. Shout out to Bean, RIP. But I had a passing problem, and you've probably seen this at work a couple of times. Where it's definitely been like to me, I've had to been reminded like, fam, people are just trying to help you, dog. They're just trying to help you.
Yeah.
Like, do not take it personal. Do not get upset. And it's all a process, right? Because essentially, I'm never upset that people are trying to help me. I'm upset that I feel more of a burden. That like I think everybody's doing things by themselves, and I'm like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
Someone's helping them too. Let some people help you, and that's definitely I could go on record and apologize to you about that. You know what I'm saying? And be like, man, I'm sorry, bro. If you ever felt like you tried to help me and I rejected it, fam, that's just a personality trait I got to work on myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to come off as stoic as I am, but like I have a hard time processing things. I remember one time we was down doing work. He was like, man, your face shows. And I was like, nah, man, it looks like I'm mad, but I'm really embarrassed. I'm just extremely embarrassed that I did something wrong. And I had this, I remember, and we had a long ass car ride back, right? And I remember thinking, like, bro, you're embarrassed because you did something wrong. Which everybody does something wrong.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
In that particular situation, I had to think about how that same person that told me that, right, kind of nicely told me that in the situation too. We were talking about sports, and he's a Ravens fan. I'm a Titans fan. And they go back and forth, right? And I was like, man, I don't fuck with the Ravens, bro. And he was like, but the Titans knocked us out the playoffs the last 2 times. And I was like, yeah, but y'all, stopped us from winning the Super Bowl. And he was like, that was 20 years ago. And I was like, I'm not over it. And look, he looked at me and said, you should probably get over that. And you know how that person talks. So
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so him saying that and you saying that, and respectfully, go ahead, have at it. Shout outs to Wafers again, the sponsor. Wafers. Both of you all saying that as being people that I do respect, not as just men, but just as people and people who have made sound business decisions that I respect. It was like, oh damn, maybe stop internalizing every single action that occurs near you, and maybe start just actualizing the fact that, again, people make mistakes and people need help. So that lifestyle question did not mean to get that deep, y'all. Sorry. But this is a 6 minute podcast. This is my show. If you want to change the channel, please don't. Please don't. Need the likes, the follows. I ain't that popping yet. Tell people to change the channel. But as y'all can see there, we have a demonstration. That's at the Triple Infused. I feel like we on the podcast right now, man. The Wafers podcast.
Triple Infused.
That's the Triple Infused. That's the High Times Award winner, ain't it? I believe it is. One of the few.
It is, actually.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, shout outs to Wafers again for sponsoring the podcast and bringing this holy union ship here together. But as we about to close off, I just had to dig back in because I told you a bunch of times that me and you being from the same place, I feel like has helped bond and connect us in some way. I just want to know, because you told me this before, jokingly before you knew your gender of your child. You said, I'm going to drop that motherfucker off in the hood.
I said that?
Yes. Teach him a lesson. Nah, we did joke about like how our childhood would obviously affect, the bringing up of our potential children. And one of my biggest fears, I'm not gonna lie, is not that I won't be a good father because like my father wasn't a good father. One of my biggest fears is that I feel like I can't do what my father did. As far as like my dad worked in the same job for 19 years, moved up, supported 3 kids and a wife, and moved around the country. Brother, I have a hard enough time finding my socks. So, in my childhood, I spent a lot of time help raising my brother and sister. So I feel like my childhood already kind of helped me be a father. And in some ways, I don't really need a father experience, but you, like we said earlier, may need to come back to that, right? I just want to ask you, how do you feel like your childhood shaped and created the lessons that you're gonna be able to teach your child? Because you're having a girl.
Woo! They're gonna be new to me because I mean they're gonna come as they go. I mean not come as they go, but come as it comes because I know how my mom and my dad raised us as boys.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So absolutely. Like this whole girl thing, I gotta jump in the back seat and take it from my mother-in-law and my wife and her sister because they know.
Your mom raised boys. I'm sorry. I forgot. Sorry. Yes.
A girl. You know what I'm saying? So I got to take it from them and kind of learn, take the back seat and just kind of like, and still just had that, obviously that father presence. And I think it'll be dope because the things that I've learned from my family are totally different from how she was raised. So, it'll be good. It'll be interesting, man. Like it'll be interesting to just see the dynamic of how I'm gonna apply it, bro. I don't even know. That's a question I really can't even tell you, man. I know one thing though, that I'm gonna be stern with her, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, they say, "Oh, she's gonna have your heart. You ain't gonna be." Like this, like that, you know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, that's a missing thing. And I'm not going for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting ran over. So, but we'll see.
We'll see. We coming back a year from now, man, and we gonna see if this holds up. Cause a year from now, I imagine baby gonna be on lap.
well, you know, you could do no wrong at one. You know, this is like going on and on. I'm thinking way too ahead. Like,
no, I get what you're saying. And it's crazy because that's really the answer I thought you would give. Because respectfully, how could you really be like when I was a boy to a girl? To a girl living in a whole different region of America in a whole different generation during a whole different time period.
Now, I do have my beliefs on how a girl should be raised.
And that's kind of what I think that's the crazy part. Like, how do you think that's going to hold up and change? Do you think that's going to change dramatically? Or do you feel like you're going to... Because I feel like there's some things, just knowing what we talked about, we ain't got to say them. But there's certain things I know you're just stern on. You're like, yo, fam, this is me. This is where I'm from. It's what we believe.
This is how it is.
This is how it is. When you turn a certain age.
She's 3. No, she ain't having no lipstick. No. Things like that.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because, she may feel different. You know what I mean? And times are different. So, I'm not really changing with the times, bro. Not when it comes to the essentials.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
The essential lessons that they got to learn on respect and like order and like not being a brat and shit like that.
Man, and that's so crazy because I'm not saying you're not gonna do it. I just struggle with just thinking about just the process of having to handle certain things like that because I right now am saying to myself, I'm never gonna be an iPad parent. I'm never gonna be an iPad parent. My kids ain't getting no damn iPad. But someone looked at me the other day and said, "So, Pooch, in 2030, you're pops, and your kid want an iPad. You ain't gonna buy my iPad? Like, if you got the ability to buy my iPad, you ain't gonna buy my iPad? Why? Just because you don't want them to have an iPad?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I thought about times when my parents probably just said no.
Because no.
And I was just like, absolutely. Now, again, could we afford it? I have no idea. Because I'm not.
Probably could have scratched it up. You know what I'm saying? But no.
Nope. Mom, Pop, P&K was not going to go down for that. And so, yeah, I know, in my situation, I am. There will be some things where I just like, no, dog, it's not going to happen. And I don't care what your friends have. Like, you going to just not have that because it's not what we're going to do. But then I know even in my personality, how some of that shit drove me to be like, okay, you're not gonna give it for me, I'm gonna get it myself. And certain traits came out of me that I had to unlearn, that it wasn't like okay to just do certain things. So I know that you're not having the same gender child.
Perfect example.
Please lay it on.
If our generation, we're still in the same kind of. It's a gap there, but it's still generational, right?
Yeah, 7 to 8.
That's the same thing as if like our parents was like, oh, we're not showing them. We're not getting them no television until they're 12, right? Until they're 12. How much of a difference would that have made on your life? So like where you're at right now? I don't know. Maybe from an entertainment level and like, what I mean, all the stuff you've seen growing up and stuff like, what I mean? But like who you really became. Did it really, you'd have just read more books. Or you'd have still you'd have been outside more. You'd have still grew up. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it comes to, like you said, this whole tablet thing. No, you can't have it just because
no, just because no. I'm huge on that, bro. That's why I said me and you have similarities on that. Like, I'm with you, dog. Like, there are certain things I'm like, I don't give a damn. Like, because my pops did not give a damn. Like the fact that I got 2 earrings in my ear is a full my choice. Because my pops wasn't even going for one. All right, I turned 16 and he was like, all right, I guess.
Same with me.
Like he was like, all right, I guess.
That's the same.
Like, that was years and years.
And it was one.
Oh, it was one.
And then you got one,
yep.
And then you snuck to get the other one.
Yep.
And then
sure
the nigga seen it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you got two, huh?
That's exactly how the situation went. I sat down. I remember we was at Chili's. I sat down and my mama said, look at your son. And he looked at me and he like went back to looking at his food. And then she said, look at him again. And I like did like this and like that. And he went, and just kept eating his food. And I was like, wow, I have tripped into a space.
Where you get your shit from?
Come on, man. Walmart. Come on, man. Walmart, man. Yeah, bro. The second one, I convinced my mom. I was like, Mom, cause
niggas either went to Claire's in the mall, or
Walmart. Yeah, and my pops worked at Walmart for 19 years. Come on, man. My pops was in upper management for Walmart for about 19 years. So what it was is I was always, I got a good side. So my right side, you're supposed to only get the left side pierced, right? For, circumstantial reasons. Yep. And when I had to get the right side pierced, I was like, they make me always stand on my right side when I take my pictures at prom, mama. So I got to get the right side for my earrings. So that's how I convinced her. But that being said,
smart.
See what I'm saying? Most definitely. But see, again, I think, and in my own way, though, thank you for calling me manipulative. My parents definitely call me that a lot. The fact that I could even come with a sound reason and logic make them be like, okay. Because check this out. All the other times I would say, Corey and them, shout out to my cousin Corey and them, got it? And my parents were like, no, that's not a good enough reason. So I know saying no to the iPad just because Tim got it.
Yeah,
it's not a good reason.
Yeah.
Now, if you came up to me and you gave me a full-fledged PowerPoint and you was like, look, Daddy, I'm gonna do this, and this, and that, I could, okay, man, that look like that's worth $300. So I don't hear when you say some shit you're not gonna get cool with, is you saying like you're gonna be a stern parent and ain't shit gonna go. No, I hear you saying like I'm not just gonna give you what you want just because I love you.
Yeah, you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. I'm gonna teach you earning from a very early age. That's what. Boom, perfect. That answers the question. What am I taking from me growing up to what is earning?
Yeah.
Always seen my parents earning.
Yeah.
Always seen them hustling. Always had us out hustling.
I mean, you are Islander, so working like an Islander is in your blood.
Yeah, my bloodline is definitely Island.
So
Trini.
Shout out to Trini. Nah, man, I respect it, bro. Like I'm happy. I'm excited for your parenthood to come about because
and my daughter gonna be Haitian. We got a Trini Haitian girl.
See that? Motherfucker ain't gonna know nothing but work. She just gonna come out and work. It is a beautiful thing to know that there's still parents that still value that, bro. I really don't know a lot of parents myself outside of like my friend groups who have parents. So they have kids and they share the same core values you say, bro. Like they doing good in life, you doing good in life, you know what I'm saying? We can always have more, like, but they are teaching their kids that like you see this home, see this house, mommy didn't always live like this. Or, even if we did live like this, it was not easy. Everybody doesn't live like this. Mm-hmm. And that is a thing that I just love to hear because like in Southern California, that ain't always the vibe. You know what I'm saying? That ain't always the vibe in Southern California. So to hear you be like, man, nah, man, you gonna live in a cool place in the area, but understand this is work and what we do is work and how we survive here is work, because a lot of people on the outside looking in to just back to like our just day jobs and how we work think that it's not work because of the concept of it seeming fun. And it's like, it is fun. You can have fun, but be a leader, be responsible, be able to earn, which is all the shit your ass taught me or said to me when I first came here. Be reliable, be able to handle things, and don't fuck things up. But I think
everything that comes with parenting.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? See what I said?
The last part, especially, don't fuck things up.
Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck things up. I mean, too, with understanding though that you may fuck things up, but understand that like don't fuck it up. And what I mean by that is like don't trick yourself into fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? Things will occur, but don't rush yourself into fucking it up, because we talked about not rushing things before.
Well, there's a lot of ways to fuck it up. I mean, niggas is dumb.
Say less, bro. I have learned, very fucking
not to say like in that kind of way. But sometimes like the instincts be different. You know what I'm saying? The instincts be more money driven or more work driven or more you know what I mean, and not as so that's my like scarcity is like, you know what I'm saying, it's like handling her and shit like that, you know what I mean. Don't fuck up.
Don't fuck this up.
Don't fuck this up. Do not drop. Don't hold her head wrong. You know what I mean. Don't let her lean over too much. Like that's the kind of shit
that. So you bring me to my last question. What are you scared of in fatherhood?
Boom.
You know it's real when he says boom, ladies and gentlemen, by the way.
Fatherhood, I'd say just making sure that she's safe.
Yeah.
That's like providing. I know God gonna do that.
Yeah.
All the other stuff that I'm out and it's out of my control.
Yes.
Is her remaining safe in times when I'm not around.
Oof.
Is the biggest thing that I'm scared of. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's just real.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah.
That's probably what our parents think of now. Like they probably not every second every day like when we was 14 outside, but that shit bothers me. Like, she can't be 10, 11 years old on her bike riding out anywhere. Them days are done.
That's done. No.
I'll be behind you in my car.
You live in the best neighborhood. You live in the best neighborhood.
Nope.
Still not doing that. She could be gated. I'm like, it's good to still be somebody with you.
You got to be somebody with you.
Yeah, man. I, my mind, bro.
And you might have to hold a strap.
Do you hear me? Listen, teaching your kids how to tase somebody at a young age, I'm all about that. Yeah. I mean, stranger danger is a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Pull that taser thing out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like how it used to be where kids just scream and like start cursing. No, like they might think you doing a TikTok. Yeah. You gotta be able to shoot a motherfucker and tell them why you shot him.
Bear spray, mace,
something, man. And I don't like talking like this only because I don't like putting bad things out there. Mm-hmm. But okay, just for transparency, you are having a daughter, and man, that is. At first, I'm not gonna hold you. I just gotta say to you, it was really funny because I knew you were always having a daughter. I always knew you was having a daughter. The moment you told me you was having a kid, I was like, "He having a daughter." I went home and told the man, I said, "You having a daughter?" And he think I don't know. He think I don't know because it was just the brother. I kid you not, and I mean this with respect. And I wanted to share this for the podcast because I said it before and I don't want to say it again. But you said it about me, so I'm gonna say it about you. The respect I have for the transformation that you literally did within my eyes once you were already like, okay. So I remember when we had this conversation when you was like, man, this is serious for me. And we were talking about, I didn't know it at the time. You were talking about wifey. And I remember you like showed me the ring. I was like, oh, that's why he just said that. But your transformation to becoming a father, bro.
Does that show you the ring before I gave it to him?
Yeah. We was in the garage. He was like, "It's here for me," and I was like, "You were talking about something else." And then as our conversation ended, you didn't show me the ring, and I was like, "Okay, that's for real." But the beauty of you transforming in my eyes and respectfully even changing your conversations, like, and it wasn't like we was having bad conversations or nothing, but it was just like I could just tell you was having a daughter about the things she was saying. He's like, "All right, man, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I was blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, you was up at 5 o'clock in the morning thinking about your daughter, huh?" I was up at doing this, and I was like, okay, that's something I would think about if I had a daughter. And it was just cool because I saw, in no shape or form am I calling you a child, but I saw this man, boy, grown man be just man, husband, homie. Does that make sense? Dad. There you go. And it was like, hey, like these are baby steps. I've always struggled with appreciating slow progression and understanding that like things take time, Pooch. So when it was just like, oh man, okay, my wife's a child, you even told me as an accident. We was talking about something, and you was like, man, what my pregnant wife gonna do with that? And I said, your wife's pregnant? And you're like, yeah.
Right.
And I was like, okay, that makes total sense. Because a couple things you said to me earlier was just like kind of off-putting, and I was like, this is somebody. But nah, man, like the transformation and being like, okay, well, this is what it's gonna be. Because I ain't a lot of you, brother. I just gotta keep 100. This is my show. I'd be flipping out. I'd be so scared. You're having a girl. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully though.
I knew it, bro.
You're handsome. Wifey is beautiful.
Thank you.
The child is going to be beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean it all with respect. So all that to me compounds with it then being a girl, brother. I'm scared as hell. That's why I said to you earlier, I'm scared.
She gonna have security detail. Mominger, dadinger. If that's his word, dadinger.
I think it is. It has to be. Come on now. It's not unisex. I mean, it's not like only for moms. Come on now. That's why.
You seen Beyonce's daddy?
Yeah.
You seen goddamn Richard?
We seen Beyonce daddy.
Seen Zendaya. You seen King Richard?
Oh yeah. I seen it. Listen. And what's crazy is just pause that, dog. Like, shout outs to those dads first and foremost, right? Because like I know people think I'm crazy. Y'all call me crazy. It's my show again. But I even give love to Joe Jackson. I'd be like, somebody had to put them kids in perspective. You could not just create the Jackson 5, baby. Okay, all them talented motherfuckers needed some discipline.
They need direction, discipline.
I'm not saying that you do bad things to your kids. I'm just saying that if you think Michael Jackson got there without his daddy,
sure,
boy, you're crazy. And I, even in my own personal opinion, like I know I ain't get where I'm at right now without my father. You know what I'm saying? Me and my father probably took different career paths and things like that. But like seeing my pops like for 19 years get up on days that I knew he was supposed to be off, I know that contribute to me being like, all right, man, you know what? I'm gonna take my ass in, even if it's for an hour. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold it down. So I agree. I know the security is what's making it work. And that's what I said earlier about the inspiration portion, because it's like, I know you know what you're doing here. That sounds so crazy.
I don't know.
That sounds so crazy because like I know you don't, but listen, I mean, I know you know what you want in the situation.
Oh, what I'm doing in that
situation. Yes. Yeah. Because I was just gonna clarify shit like, man, nobody really knows what they're doing, but at least you know what you want. I hate cats that just become fathers and be like, man, I didn't really know what I was doing. Nah, brother, everything here has been calculated. This is what I wanted. This is how I wanted to do. This is how I had it.
I didn't know what I was doing when I met her. I was just went out to eat. I fucked her.
Man, this shit dope, man. Yeah, you know how it is, man. Poop fire. Yeah, poop fire. All right, shut up, nigga. But nah, man, that's the beautiful thing of like how you help like subside my fear, because like you said, outside of all the things that we already know to be true, that we know I'm going to have a beautiful girl that's going to be, a hardworking young individual. I know that I'm going to be there holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So like things will get rocky and rough, but guess what? That's my job. And to hear that, brother, it's just refreshing. You know what I'm saying? It's just refreshing. Like,
it's new, bro. That's refreshing for you to hear. It's refreshing for me to do. It's refreshing it's not, like I said, it's not the same fucking pizza every Friday, bro. It's goddamn a whole new experience plus sparking memories of shit that I forgot about when I was a kid. And like, you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna be like, oh man, I remember this little toy. Or, oh, I remember doing this. Or, oh shit, I remember.
The sharing.
I forgot about.
The sharing.
I forgot you had to walk on the third square to the left.
Yes.
Well, that was down south. I don't know. You
know I was gonna say things different down here. Huh?
Did y'all have to do that?
Hopscotch or what?
No, like in the hallway. Walk on the third block to the left.
Brother. That was only us, bro. That was only down south. That was down south, bro. I asked my girl that shit so many times. I was like, didn't y'all have to wipe?
When I came out to school out here in 10th grade.
Yeah, you didn't have to do that shit, bro.
And I was like,
yeah.
And that's like, what are you doing? I was like, y'all
gotta walk on the side.
Just walking down the hall like it was a Breakfast Club.
Bro, that shit blew my mind, bro. Because I came here to Cali in 8th grade, but it was like second half of 8th grade. And, you know, back home, right, middle schools is like closed in. Like, you know, cage. You know, most high schools got cages back home. So I started going to high school out here. And my parents saw it was just like an open school, and it was like an open field because I went, you know, up north. You know, they get like, you know, field.
Well, Memphis get cold.
Exactly. Memphis, you ain't trying to be outside. Yeah. So when my parents,
you had a gym.
Yeah, exactly. Sit your ass in there. When my parents, you know, when we came out here, I know that was one of the big things and you can talk about fatherhood and things like that. That was one of the big things that scared my parents because, like, you know, the access to drugs and different things are a lot bigger in California than they are, you know, in places like Louisiana, where I was going to school at the time.
I didn't realize that until I got here.
I didn't either until my mama.
That's what the business was.
Boy, my mother was so high on telling me about how people was getting high, and I thought she was joking. And by the 9th grade, I was like, wow, perks, Vicodins.
I didn't know about none of them drugs.
I didn't know about them drugs
in high school.
Oh, bro, in 9th grade when I came here, that was what they was doing, brother. And I was like, that was crazy.
Didn't know nothing
when
about
you said you walk in single file line, I'd be thinking I'm crazy. Remember I told you earlier when I said I think experiences are just mine and there's nobody else's?
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. Because I talked to my girl about this shit and she's like, no, we just walked. I'm like, y'all just got to walk? So shout outs to us for being able to break that chain. All puns intended there. But yeah, man, I want to get into wrapping this episode up, bro. Yeah. You got anything to tell the people? Anything coming up? You know, I know you're a busy man.
My daughter's coming any second now. I'm on baby watch, like we said.
Yes.
Thank you for having me,
bro. Come on.
This is the 6-foot host with sophisticated
5'9" host.
5'9" host.
With sophisticated
ignorance. But it's 6 feet.
6 feet under. It is, man. You gotta do a little bit of math with it.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get there.
Look. Yeah. That's a nigga that you know he's mad that he ain't 6 foot. So I gotta put it in there somewhere, motherfucker.
Do you hear me?
Look,
brother.
All right, nigga, let y'all know, nigga, I'm under 6
I'm under 6, brother. Do you know how many times I have gotten that? And what's crazy is now, like, because like, I'm in a different phase of my life. Obviously, y'all know me as like Pooché, a content creator and stuff like that. That's how we met. But like for the people who obviously knew me before I was a content creator and stuff like that, they didn't know how big I was, how small I was. I guess apparently I have what's called a big personality to some people. I don't know what that means. And like when people meet me, they would be saying shit like, "Damn, I thought you was bigger," or "I thought you was taller." And bro, it just would piss me off because I was just like, "What made you think?"
Think about it, man. Like people put voices with the face.
Well, you said that one time. You was like, bro, like your voice kind of don't match your face sometimes. So like you don't really have a voice that, and I don't believe that. I mean, sometimes my voice is deeper, sometimes it's not. It just depends on what I'm talking to.
Your voice carry, bro.
Man,
a deep. It's like a deep baritone, like a.
Yeah, it's really.
Like you can hear it in the other room. It just vibrates. Like you don't know what you can't hear it saying what he's saying, but this shit just.
Yeah, I remember that particular day. So you was like, "Hey, your voice, boy, could hear it through the room." Not gonna lie. I said I was trying to be quiet. You say, "Nope, you wasn't." I heard everything. Nah, man, it's yeah, that was it. You're 100% right, brother. I was tired of people projecting they 6 feet ideologies on me, and I was like, listen, dog, for a long time I didn't let people come on my podcast. I was always 6 feet tall, 6 feet under podcast.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I said, no, get out of here. Trying to sign me on my podcast? Huh? I'm the tallest person.
Well, there it is. I gotta go. It was a blessing.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you being here, bro. But on top, bro, John Doe always downplaying himself.
Nigga on the podcast. I know.
Check bro out at the Wafers host. You be on the Wafers page.
I'm on Wafers TV. I'm on Wafers official doing some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Soon we're gonna be doing like some giveaways and some cool raffles and all kind of little
a lot of content adjacent.
Shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get at us, holler at us at the Wafers page. I'll have it down there in the bio. You know how we do street team.
Our Wafers podcast is coming up soon.
Thank you, bro. That's shit. I forgot. Yeah, this is basically the pilot. If y'all like this, you're gonna love that. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot more. We got a lot of games. We got some cool guests coming up. Probably gonna be in a different set, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be different set. It'll be powered.
Yeah.
Keep up. It'll be a couple months from now, but know it's in the works. We just dropping the gems on y'all now.
Absolutely, and then like I said, next year, bro. Cali Ray will be here. We'll see how you feel about the stuff you said. You'll see. And
maybe you'll have one on the way.
Woo, brother, come on, man. What the wood at? What the wood at? What the wood at? Gotta knock on it. No.
I see it, bro. It's coming.
You're trying to project that on me, baby.
You gonna change your name to Papa?
Papa Pooché. Brother, here's the thing, right?
Papa Pooché.
I think, listen, you would definitely be one of the first people I call, and I'll curse you out at first. I ain't even gonna hold you. And I'll curse you out, and then you would laugh because you'd be like, oh, and I'll be like, yes. And I would just hang up and be like, I'll talk to you later, man. I got to take this in. But again, I would just like to say, if I was a father, or if I got the news I was a father, I would be happy. It's not that I don't want to be one. It's just that, listen, man, the world is a scary place, and I'm just a scary ass nigga. That's it. I just am fearful. So
there's nothing to be scared of, brother. You got it.
There's days I look at myself and I'm like, do I even have myself? But that's big.
Guess what?
What?
You wake up the next day.
I do. I do. So again, brother, thank you so very much for being on. This has definitely been one of my favorite episodes. I hope this episode does well. Y'all watch it. Please
tap in,
like, subscribe, share. You
can follow me at John Royce ATL, JONROYCE
boom, boom.
ATL.
Boom, boom.
And then, like I said, catch me on Wafers TV and Wafers Official.
Again, and then, another thing is too, if y'all, want to slide through Wafers, DMs and give us some stuff to talk about for our pod, motherfuckers is open. We want to hear what y'all talking about.
Open, DMs open.
Please, man.
Hit Pooché.
Please, hit John. Look, and if y'all got some people who want to get some exposure, like cannabis, my boy, we want to sit down and talk to you, especially if you're trying to get yourself out there. Sorry, bro, I just had to plug that.
Please,
for all the right reasons.
Them to come through,
please,
man,
please,
for your podcast and ours.
Please, man. But yes, man. Again, thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to my baby.
All right, bro.